temporary tattoo. Hello humans, my name is Dale Kingsmill. Now, my friend Kate is in Germany at the moment, and it's awesome, but it does mean one very significant thing. The final Hobbit movie has already been released in Germany, and Kate has already seen it, and Kate has been bragging about it on Facebook. While I, along with all the other Australians, have to wait until Boxing Day. Which is fine, because it's like a tradition with the Middle-earth movies, but still, I want it. So anyway, the wishful thinking part of my brain wanted to find a way for me to one-up Kate in the Hobbit department, and it wishful thought about the Geek Nation Tours, mostly. So Geek Nation Tours are a company that do specifically nerdy themed tour group kind of holidays, and in 2016 they have lined up a Middle-earth tour, which is basically you get to go to New Zealand specifically within the context of Tolkien. Now, I went to New Zealand once when I was a kid. I was about 8 years old and my family went on holidays to New Zealand, and it was amazing. It really is a gorgeous place, as you can see from these photos featuring Demi-Human Dale and co. Here's me with the Game Boy. I played Pokemon on non-stop the whole trip. Here's me with my siblings, displaying Tood and me in my rightful place. For some reason, this face of terror shows up throughout the photos. This is the only time I've ever seen snow. In this one, I'm clearly not on the same wavelength as the rest of the siblings. And I seem to be screaming a battle cry as well, so that's fun. But anyway, look at how pretty and Tolkien-y everything looks. Look at it! Flip yeah! I have such fantastic memories of the trip, and we were there around the same time as they were filming The Fellowship of the Ring as well, so it kind of in my head is tied up with Lord of the Rings, even though none of the movies had been released yet, and I certainly hadn't seen any of them. But I can't help but think about how great it would be to go back to New Zealand again within a specifically Middle-earth context. The GNT Journey to Middle-earth tour actually covers both North and South Island of New Zealand, and you go around and you visit specific filming locations. Oh cool, you go to the Waitomo Caves! We went to the Waitomo Caves, oh my gosh. They're like glowworm caves. So good! And actually, here's a photo of us just outside the Waitomo Caves. And there's that face of terror again. Get to go to Hobbiton! On day 3, you go on a 9-hour hike through Mordor, which actually is pretty awesome because that's not offered in other New Zealand tours. Really, if you're going to experience Mordor, then a 9-hour hike is probably the thing that's gonna give you the closest experience to Frodo that you can possibly have. Let's not point out the irony in the fact that the tour group will be simply walking into Mordor. I know it was low-hanging fruit of a joke, but I had to. You can't leave that there, come on. Oh sweet, a tour of Weta, that's awesome. Oh my gosh, you get to go through where they had Gondor and all the, oh my gosh, oh, looking at these pictures just makes me, oh, I just want it. Oh, and actually you can decide, you can do the full tour, or you can choose to do North Island or South Island. And you know what else, actually? What I really like about Geek Nation Tours is that with other tour groups, you're thrown in with a bunch of just random people who are, I mean, I guess interested in going to the same place as you, but they're all gonna be so different and you have no idea how you're gonna get along. But with a Geek Nation tour, you're thrown in with other people who you know like the same stuff as you. You know, you're going as a Lord of the Rings fan, and they're going as a Lord of the Rings fan, and everyone is a Lord of the Rings fan, and that's just so nice and friendly. You can think of it as forming your own fellowship. Oh, now I'm just getting really sappy. And so I'm basically gonna be filling all of my time until the release of the movie on Boxing Day with dreaming about going back to New Zealand and about Geek Nation Tours. Darn you, Kate! If you happen to live in a part of the world that has already received the final installment of the Hobbit trilogy, let me know what you thought of the movie in the comments below. I'm most excited for the hero from Dale because I always associated myself with him as a kid, and I'm like, yeah, I killed a dragon. Oh, actually, dragon! Dragon, it's totally Hobbity! Oh, relevant! Yes! If you're interested in checking it out, I've left a link to the Geek Nation Tours Journey to Middle-earth tour in the description below, and also a link to their Facebook page so that you can like it and get all sorts of updates and bits of information on any upcoming tours. I am so ready to see a bear man throwing orcs across battlefields. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and also share it on your favorite social media website. If you haven't already, consider hitting the subscribe button because I make videos here every single week, usually at the end of the week. If your grandmother happens to be a fan of the fantasy genre, then consider emailing this to your grandma. But for now, that is it. I am done, and I will see you guys some other time.